Grey is a horror mod for Half-Life 2, released in 2012 and developed by Deppresick Team. That's a hard name. I personally never played this before 2021. A few months ago I was streaming this mod and I only played it for a little bit. Playing it by myself gave me a chance to look at it properly. First off, let's talk about how it looks. With the mod running on the source engine, it looks fantastic. The team behind this mod definitely utilized the engine's capability to create great environment designs. Walking through its many dark and gritty places, you can feel the chilling atmosphere oozing out of the levels. Now keep in mind, I'm talking about how the levels look, not how they play. Because oh boy, do I have a few words about that. Anyway, this mod has many locations to go through, but most of them turn out the same way. The outside areas are great. With dimly lit walls and alleys, it certainly sets up the world in which our titular character, Grey, lives in. Then there's the underground areas, the construction areas, apartment blocks. They although use different textures and props in them, I feel like they all look very similar. I mean that I wasn't able to differentiate between one from the other. They all look kinda same. You can rarely see Grey himself, and his character model looks nice, your average horror game protagonist. The enemies, however, I don't know how I feel about the enemy design. There's the floating knife man, the cart man, the jumping baby, these things, and you also get glimpses of your mom, not your mom, Grey's mom, who looks terrifying. The enemies feel like low-poly characters that would be rather better suited in a gold source mod rather than a source mod. Apart from that, the little voice acting there is pretty okay for the most part. Grey's voice and who I can guess is Grey's mom both have done a great job.
I feel like I should go to the repair shop. There might be someone there who can help me. I hate it, but the service tunnel under the house is the shortest way there.
What have you done? You're just like
There's also a bunch of weapons to fight with. There's a pipe, a drill, a pistol, a shotgun. There's a few more, but I wasn't able to get to those. I'll explain in a bit. Now that's all what I wanted to say about how it looks. Now let's talk about the gameplay, and this mod makes me sad. It really does. This mod shows that the team behind it are a talented group of people who can make great things, but I'm sorry. In my personal opinion, I do not like how this mod plays. If this is your favorite mod, then more power to you. I can't stop you, but I personally just couldn't enjoy the gameplay. Now where do I start from? Well, let me put it this way. This mod feels like a horror-themed walking simulator than a proper horror mod. At the start, you can see all these medkits on the walls that act like health chargers from Half-Life 2. You even get a weapon, but it takes so long for the first enemy to show up. I know this approach can be used to do world building, but there is no attempt at that. Rather than over-exposition about where you are and what's happening, the mod takes the story in such a vague direction that I wasn't able to understand what's my goal or who even is Grey. So once you do find the first enemy, the combat is subpar at best. See, these enemies do not have a cooldown after they attack. Once they are in range, they will stab the ever-living daylights out of you. That's not a challenging combat mechanic, that's just frustrating. If they had just added a dodging or blocking mechanic, I would not have had a problem with this. So for every enemy I fought, it was the same strategy. Hit, move back, hit, move back. Repeat this for every enemy. Because of this, I wasn't afraid of the monsters, I was just annoyed by them. I liked going through these places, but when I saw one of these floating people coming towards me, I was like, okay, I'll fight you, I guess. Then there's the part where you literally have to go through the same gameplay loop 3 times at the start. That is, find a locked door, move around, find a way to unlock the door, go through said locked, now unlocked door. It would have been nice if they had used something else apart from the locked loop. Maybe find batteries or a simple math puzzle or something, I don't know. But no. Locked door. Go find the key, you asshole. And speaking of the story, I don't know what's going on. It has something to do with Gray's parents, as far as I can tell. But still, I don't know what's Gray's motivation. What's the end goal? What are we fighting towards? There are no secondary characters that would be used as means of motivation for the player. It's just, hey, you're a messed up guy, here's a pipe, beat the shit out of the floating monsters. I got stuck in one of the places, which I'll show in a bit, so I looked up the rest of the mod online. Turns out it might be about something that happened in Gray's past that's never explained directly. I would have accepted it if the story went something like, hey, I see my dead mom all the time. And then his dead mom would show up and be like, son, put my spirit at rest. Ooh. But no, you keep going on and on, not knowing what's happening, till maybe you reach the ending, cause I sure didn't. Look, this mod looks great. I absolutely love how it looks. The graphics are amazing. Almost something out of a retail quality game. But the way it plays is not good, like in this part. So, I'm in the metro. I go in this area, clear it out, then try to find the way to proceed. I move everywhere, check everywhere. Oh, you know what you're supposed to do? Go back. Yeah, backtrack. And that room which had nothing in it before? Yeah, it has a crack in the wall now for some reason. Go through it, you bastard. This is the part where I lost my cool. I had enough at this point. So we go through these 3 different places to find body parts for a dead girl. Makes perfect sense. First was a puzzle, which was easy. Flash your light on the block. If the number doesn't fade away, it's okay to step on it. The second was the school area. Find a bunch of jumping babies and congratulations, you get a body part. The third one, Jesus Christ. It was a dark forest with these goddamn puppies trying to bite my ass off. I hate these dogs so goddamn much. After a million tries, I managed to get inside the building and find a body part. I thought, hopefully, things will smooth out from here. But no. The next part was this weird nightmare area. There were floating boxes full of ammo, so I got all that. Killed the jumping babies for quite a while, but nothing seemed to happen. I tried to jump off, but I couldn't. Invisible barrier. So after a solid 10 minutes of mucking about, I figured out you're supposed to shoot those 3 static figures in the background. What? How was I supposed to know that? I thought they were part of the scenery, not something that I can shoot. Well, I shot them all. They died. And guess what? The jumping babies kept spawning, and I kept dying. And that was it. This was the moment I realized that covering this mod was a mistake, and this is gonna be a ranting review rather than something normal. So yeah, in summary, Gray has amazing visuals, looks fantastic, but it falls so flat when it comes to the gameplay. I definitely wish the gameplay was just a little better than what it is. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more horror mod and games reviews, and thank you for watching.